Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So today's video, I am going to be sharing with you some speed reviews. So if you're not familiar with the speed review style video, I am going to be basically going over a ton of makeup products that I have picked up recently that I've gathered my thoughts and opinions on, and I am going to quickly give you just kind of like a brief mini review of each product. So we have a bunch of stuff to talk about, so let's go ahead and get started. So firstly, I did want to share with you, I'm actually grabbing it from my skincare fridge here. I wanted to talk about the Rem Beauty Cooling Eye Balm, I want to say this is called. Yes, it's the Cooling Blurring Under Eye Balm. So one of you guys in my comments in one of my videos was genius and basically said, hey Sabrina, like I know that you have some issues with your under eyes being a little bit dry, especially after applying concealer. I'm constantly complaining about how I feel like my concealer makes me look like I'm 50 plus years old when I'm only 25 because I deal with a lot of under eye wrinkles. I have a lot of fine lines, but then also I just feel like concealer can really sit underneath my eyes and look very cakey. So she gave me the genius idea of trying something like an under eye balm or like an under eye primer or something like that. So I decided to go ahead and pick up this from REM Beauty, and this is just okay. I had really high hopes for this product. I have some notes here as far as like what I think of the product, and so what I put for this is that this is very cooling underneath the eyes. I absolutely love the cooling effect that it has underneath the eyes. I really enjoy how it's kind of very refreshing. It definitely wakes up the under eye area, especially if you keep it in a skincare fridge, which is what I do, but it doesn't do much. Concealer basically looks the exact same. I don't really feel like it's really priming my under eyes. I don't feel like it's hydrating my under eyes or blurring them or anything like that. So this I'm gonna keep around because I do enjoy the cooling effect. However, it really doesn't do anything for me. I will say I did find something though that I do think really works, and that is the Kapari Starry Eye Balm. So if you are like similar like me and you have issues with concealer, you have issues with your under eye, I recommend trying this out. So I picked this up from TJ Maxx, and again, this is the Kapari Starry Eye Balm, and this is basically a very hydrating under eye balm, and it is very hydrating. This is perfect for underneath the eyes. What I do is I apply this before I go in with makeup. I actually like to apply all of my skincare, my sunscreen, everything, and then I go in with this underneath my eyes. I do a pretty decent layer because I like my eyes to be nice and hydrated, and then what I do is I just let it kind of sink into the skin, absorb into the skin, and then I apply my concealer regularly like I would during my makeup routine. So I'm really enjoying this. I'm hoping that this is still available. Like I said, I picked mine up at TJ Maxx, so let me see if it's still available on the Ulta's like app. So let me see. Yeah, so it's still here. It's $28. I do see it here on the app, but I would recommend checking your TJ Maxx, checking your Marshalls. That's where I found mine, and I am really into this product, you guys, and it is still available, but it looks like it's an online only product, and I believe that because I haven't been able to find it in stores at Ulta, but this has kind of been my solution to my under eyes, that and not really setting my under eyes as much as I used to, so that's really helping. But as far as the REM balm, I think if you have very little like fine lines and you're looking for something just to kind of maybe depuff, maybe to wake up the under eyes, I think it would be good for that. But if you have the same issue as me, I don't recommend it. Now let's get into some lip products. So I picked up a few very similar lip products. So I have two of them to share with you. The first one is the ColourPop Glowing Lip, and I have the shade Indulge Me. And this I feel like is very similar to the Makeup by Mario. Like a lot of brands I feel like are coming out with something very similar to the Makeup by Mario lip serum, the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip, right? Like those are very popular lip products right now. And so I feel like this is kind of ColourPop's take on that. I really enjoy this. I think it's a perfect everyday lip product, especially if you're someone who doesn't want to spend the money. Maybe you're a drugstore, person through and through. I do recommend this one. I like it. However, I do prefer the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips just better. I do think that those are more hydrating. I really enjoy the shades from the Tarte ones. I think that they're beautiful, neutral colors, but also kind of liven up the face. And I just think they're more comfortable. And again, they're just more moisturizing. For me, I want something that's going to give me some color on the lips, give me some shine, but also as they wear away, I want my lips to feel and remain hydrated. And I do feel like the Tarte ones do that. This one from ColourPop, I don't feel like they do that. But this is a great option if you're looking just for the look on the lips. I do recommend that, or these for that. And I did pick this one up at Ulta. Similarly to that, I do have this product from Burt's Bees. And this is the Burt's Bees Gloss and Glow Glossy Balm. And I have the shade 905 Chai Time. So again, very similar to that of the ColourPop Glowing Lip, kind of going after the Maracuja Juicy Lip from Tarte. But similarly, I just prefer the Tarte ones more so. I do feel like the Burt's Bees ones maybe had, you know, some more like flattering shades for every day, but I still prefer the ones from Tarte. But I do think, again, that they're great drugstore options. It's just a matter of like, what are you looking for? If you're wanting something where, you know, you want your lips to feel hydrated throughout the day, maybe stick to the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips. If you're looking for something where it's just gonna give you color, you're looking for the glossy finish, then I do recommend either of these from the drugstore. The Burt's Bees one I did find at my local grocery store, but I've seen these around like maybe CVS, Walgreens, and then the ColourPop, like I said, I did pick up from Ulta. So I think those are great drugstore options. They just haven't superseded like the Tarte ones for me personally. Now let's get into this Maybelline lip stain. So this is the Maybelline Super Stay Vinyl Ink, and it's basically a lip stain, and this is in the shade, I want to say Cheeky, yes. So I actually enjoy this product. At first, I didn't think I was going to like it because it definitely leaves a little bit of a tacky finish to the lips, but I like it. I think that it really does last a good amount of time on the lips. I think that it's fairly comfortable. Again, it's not going to be as comfortable as like a lip gloss or a lip balm, something like that. This is definitely going to, it's going to make you feel like you have something on your lips, but again, it's not super uncomfortable like a matte liquid lipstick or a very drying matte lipstick. This is going to stick onto the lips, leave a little bit of tackiness throughout the day, but you are going to have a lip, like a color on your lip for a while. I really like this formula because it truly is a lip stain. I think that they did a wonderful job with making this a lip stain, like an actual lip stain. Like you are going to see this on your lips for a very long amount of time throughout the day. And the colors are also really nice. I really like the shade Cheeky. I'm tempted to pick up another shade as well, just because I want something that maybe looks a little bit more lively on the face. So I might pick another one of these up, but I do enjoy these from Maybelline. Very, very happy with that product. And those are available at Ulta for sure, as well as any other, you know, retailers that sell drugstore makeup. I have seen them around, but Ulta does tend to have those in stock. All right, now let's get into something that I have picked up a while ago, and I'm finally going to be sharing my thoughts on this product with you guys, and that is the e.l.f. Powder Foundation. So I don't love this. I really, really don't love this. This is the Camo Powder Foundation specifically. And in case you're wondering, I have the shade Fair 150C. I'm not in love with this product, you guys. I feel like if you're wanting a good powder foundation, I totally recommend the Makeup Revolution Satin Matte Powder Foundation. That one is really, really good. You have to order it online on Ulta's site, but I truly recommend it. It is much better than this one from e.l.f. This powder foundation is very makeup-y. Like you are going to see it on your skin. It looks like you're wearing makeup. It's gonna look cakey, a little bit powdery. It definitely is pretty full coverage. You can get pretty decent coverage with this product. So if that's what you're looking for, you will get it with this powder. However, it just kind of sits on top of the skin. I noticed with the Makeup Revolution one, it gives me the coverage, but it also doesn't look like I have a ton of makeup on. This one does. So it really just depends what you're looking for. This one is going to be more full coverage than the Makeup Revolution one. So if that's what you're looking for, maybe give this one a go. It's still relatively affordable, right? It's definitely more expensive than e.l.f. used to be, but I think it's an okay option. It's just, it's not not a favorite. It's a little bit heavy, a little bit cakey. It has good coverage, but I just prefer the Makeup Revolution one. So those are my thoughts on the e.l.f. one. I could potentially see myself decluttering this for my collection just because I just much prefer the one from Makeup Revolution, but we will see from, you know, for now. Now let's get into some, I feel like I'm all over the place with this one, but I guess I could do concealers. I have 2 concealers to talk about. I feel like I never kind of informed you guys about the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. I apologize if I never like let you guys know how I felt about this one. I have the shade LN6. So my thoughts on this concealer, it's not a favorite. Like hands down, not a favorite. However, it is really nice for every day. If you are looking for something that's pretty light coverage, this is not full coverage whatsoever. I feel like I talk about that every time I talk about this concealer. This is not full coverage. I would give this a light, maybe medium coverage at best. Like it's barely medium coverage. I think this is good for every day. Maybe if you're looking for something that's just going to give you just a little bit of coverage but also not look too heavy on the skin, this is great for that. If you're looking for a good everyday work concealer, I think this would be good for that as well. Of course, LYS is going to have great shades, so I do recommend, you know, this brand for that also. However, this is just not a favorite because it is so light coverage. I feel like the Makeup Revolution, what is it? It's like their Eye Bright concealer. That's kind of similar to like maybe the Charlotte Tilbury one with the like poof on the sponge tip, right? That one I prefer over this one because I feel like that one is light coverage, but it still does a decent amount of covering, but it also makes my under eyes look really good. I feel like this one is kind of hit or miss. It's a little bit finicky for me. And yeah, it's not a favorite, but I do know a lot of people enjoy this one. So it's completely up to you. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. And if you are wanting to just kind of gather your own opinions on it, I do think it's a good one. It's not my favorite. Another concealer that I feel like I haven't updated you guys on is the ABH concealer. So this is the Magic Touch concealer. I do have the shade number 4. So this concealer, I have a love-hate with it. I love the coverage. I love the coverage. The coverage is really good. This is literally full coverage. The only issue I have with this one is it can look cakey and heavy very fast if you're not careful. So I recommend going in with just maybe like a dot in this, you know, maybe dot in the front, dot in the side, and then blend it out. That's going to be plenty. If you go in with like the triangle amount with this one, it's going to be too much. I can guarantee it. Sometimes even the 2 dots is too much. So I recommend going in with the lighter hand with this one, maybe starting to blend it in with a damp sponge just so that it's not looking super cakey underneath the eyes. But if you really get the magic touch with this one, literally it's called Magic Touch, wow. I was not planning that. If you get the sweet spot amount of coverage with this one, like the sweet spot amount, this will look beautiful underneath your eyes. I also think that this is going to be a self-setting concealer. So what I mean by that is if you're someone who doesn't like to set your under eyes, I feel like you could probably get away with that with this one. However, make sure that you don't apply a ton because it will crease, but it does give really good coverage. And honestly, the applicator, this doe foot, it is huge. It is chunky. It is really big. Like this is a huge applicator and it really does pick up a ton of product. So keep that in mind, especially if you don't like full coverage, or maybe you always tend to go in with a lot of concealer at once by accident. You can definitely do that with this because of how large the applicator is. But I like it, I really do, but I'm still in that learning phase with it where I'm trying to figure out the perfect amount for me personally, but I do enjoy the concealer. All right, now I have some cream products. So let's talk about the LYS cream bronzer. So this specifically is called the No Limits cream bronzer, and I have the shade Motivate. All right, so let's do my thoughts on this one. So I have a ton of cream bronzers. Some of my favorites that I will mention are the Milk Makeup one, is the Milk Makeup one. I really enjoy the like the Tarte one. I'm really loving the why can't I think, the ABH one. The ABH cream bronzer is really good as well. Wet n Wild has a great cream bronzer. So here's my thoughts of the LYS one. The LYS one is super creamy. It's very emollient, it's very creamy. It almost feels like it is but like a liquid cream hybrid because it is so emollient. And honestly, the shade Motivate is not my favorite for my complexion. But my thoughts on the formula is very emollient. It blends out very, very easily, but this is not my favorite cream bronzer. Definitely not. I much prefer the Milk Makeup one. I much prefer the ABH one. And the color Motivate, while I wear that shade in the powder bronzer from LYS, the shade Motivate in the cream bronzer is a little bit off. Like it's very warm toned. And it just seems like it is just kind of like almost leaning more orangey. I just sneezed, I'm sorry. But yeah, I am not in love with this one. Even now, like I wear it and I just feel like I'm always kind of wanting more from this bronzer. Maybe if I had a different shade of it, I'm not sure. It's just not a favorite. I will say I enjoy how affordable it is for it being a Sephora brand, for it being a cream bronzer at Sephora. It's definitely going to be one of the most affordable ones there. But it's not my favorite. It blends out really easily. I have no issues with that. I think it's more so like, you know, the color, but also the formula. It is super emollient. It is super creamy that I just don't prefer that. I love something that's going to give a little bit more hold so that I know it's going to last really well throughout the day. All right, now I have some cream blushes. So I picked up one of the cream blushes from REM Beauty or REM Beauty. This is the cheek and lipstick in the shade Stage Mom. So I picked this up off of Morgan Turner's recommendation. She really, really enjoys these cream blushes from REM. And here's the deal. I like this formula. It's not my favorite cream bronzer, but this shade I feel like completely disappears on my skin. Looking at it in a swatch, you would think otherwise, but for some reason I am like having to build this up, build this up, build this up, and it always disappears on my skin. So it's not a favorite cream blush at all. If you're looking for a good cream blush, Milani has great cream blushes. Who else? Flower Beauty blush bombs are really nice. Half Kate has really great cream blushes. Rare Beauty has good liquid blushes. I mean, the list goes on. Tower 28 cream blushes are really good. I mean, there are just so many phenomenal cream blushes out there that I feel like you don't need the ones from REM, but this is a good product. It's just the shade. I feel like it constantly just like disappears every time I put it on. I'm always wanting more, and as soon as I powder my face, it's just like gone, and then I'm having to reapply it and then reapply it and then apply more and then blend it out. Like it's just a whole thing, and I don't have time for that when I do my makeup. So this is okay. It's just the color is not great for me. And also it's not too expensive. REM Beauty is, or REM Beauty, whatever. It is a brand that's kind of like Rare Beauty in the sense of like, it's not drugstore, but it's not super high end either. I would think that it's more in like the Juvia's Place type pricing, if that makes sense, or almost like, what else? Like I'm trying to think of another brand, maybe like Tower 28's type pricing. So I think it's a good price, but it's just a matter of like, do you need it? Is it the best cream blush out there? No. All right, now I have the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blushes. So I was burned once again, you guys. I just don't love these. I don't love these. I'm gonna continue working with them, but I don't know. I feel like I did it again where I don't love the e.l.f. Putty Blushes, and I thought maybe it would be different because they're luminous, and no, it's just, I just don't care for these. So this one I have right here is Maui, and this one is, what is this one? Bermuda. Yeah, Bermuda. So Bermuda is the darker one, and then Maui is this one here. And let me go ahead and do some swatches. Now these, I will say, like right off the bat, they do feel creamier than the regular putty blushes. So I'll give them that. The regular putty blushes were very, very, I feel like, hard to work with. They were just kind of hard in the pot. So here we have Maui, and then here we have Bermuda. Like even in the swatches, they look so pretty, but for some reason, and maybe it's my brush, maybe I need to purchase or try something else with these, because I mean, they swatch so beautifully, but every time I've tried them so far, it just looks like straight up shimmer on my cheeks and no pigment, like no color, just straight up glitter. And it's annoying. It's annoying because so many people love these. And I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Am I missing something here? I want to love these e.l.f. Putty Blushes, especially these luminous ones, because they really are super stunning. Especially, like I said, just swatched out. They looked amazing. But I'm telling you, every time I use these, it just looks like straight up glitter on my cheeks. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If you own the e.l.f. Putty Blushes and you love them, let me know what brush you use. I use my Fenty 125 face brush. That's what I use. I use this cream blush brush for everything, like for all of my cream blushes. I know I never have any issues, but with these, I just can't get them to work. So if you have a brush that you love with the Putty Blushes from e.l.f., please help a sister out. Let me know. I want to love these. I really, really do. So those are my thoughts on those. I think if you do not like glowy blushes, stay far away from those. If you do, maybe try them out. I wish you better luck than I have with them, but they're just not my favorite cream blush formula. No way. All right, now I have just a few more products to talk about. So now I have this cream highlighter. I am really into cream highlighter. I don't know what it is, you guys, but I am just wanting all of the cream highlighters. So this one is the one from Merit. This is the highlighting balm, and I have the shade Kava. So I really like this. I really like this. I think this is super, super stunning. I will say though, I still enjoy the one from Winky Lux. That is my favorite cream highlighter ever. Like, I am just so head over heels for that cream highlight, but this is still really, really nice. This is pretty expensive. Merit is pretty pricey, and I don't think they're worth the price. If you can get this on sale, I do recommend it. I love the packaging. I think the shade Kava is really, really stunning. And it definitely does last all day long. I have to kind of do like pretty, you know, significant stripes on my cheekbones, and then I blend it out with my finger. And if I do it that way, if I apply pretty liberally, it will last all day. It's just a matter of like how much you apply at the initial application. But I really like this. Like I said though, the Winky Lux one hands down is better in my opinion. It's going to be super, super blinding, super impactful, and you do not have to apply as much. So that's my thoughts on the Merit one. I like it. I like the formula. I think it's very easy to work with, but it's going to be a little bit less impactful. So I have to go in with more than probably I would have to with the Winky Lux one. But I do think it's a really great cream highlighter. The cream highlighter I really want now is the ABH one, because I swatched it at Ulta yesterday and it was beautiful. All right, I completely forgot to talk about this, but I did pick this up. This is from Keys Soul Care. This is the Let Me Glow Illuminating Serum. So I feel like this like went viral or something. Everyone was talking about it, and it looked absolutely stunning in different like Instagram reels I was seeing, YouTube shorts. So yeah, I really, really wanted to test this out. So this is a very nice product. It definitely leaves your skin looking very, very glossy, very hydrated. It does have rose in it, like rose oil, I think. So be very mindful of that. This is very, very fragrant. So if you're someone who doesn't like fragrance in your skincare or doesn't like fragrance in your makeup, then definitely stay clear of this one. But this is really beautiful. I feel like it's a lot better, in my opinion, than the dewy, or what are they called? The Niacinamide Dewdrops from Glow Recipe. It's very similar vibes to that, in my opinion. I feel like that's kind of how people are using them, like very similar to those, but I prefer this product a lot more, mainly because I feel like this actually has a dry down. I hate the dewdrops from Glow Recipe because of the fact that I feel like they remain a little bit greasy, a little bit oily on my skin, and that's super irritating to me. So I like this one from Keys a little bit better. If you're looking for that glow, if you're looking for that hydrating feel, it's going to give that to you, but it's not going to remain tacky or anything like that. So I like these. I do think, however, if you have like the Say Super Gel highlighter or whatever it's called, it's probably very similar to this. So you may not need to pick this up. If you have the Milani, what is it? Like the the Supercharged like dewy primer, very similar to this, very similar vibes. And then I know Essence recently came out with like a Glow Recipe like Watermelon Dewdrops dupe. If you have those, it probably is very similar to this as well. So just some different options, but I do think this is a beautiful formula and it really does make your skin look super healthy. All right, now I just have a few more products to finish off with. So I wanted to give my opinion on the Essence Volume Stylist Curl and Hold Mascara. So this mascara is pretty nice. I picked this up off of Jessica Braun's recommendation. However, this is actually not the one that she likes. It's a different one. I think the one she likes is in, sorry, it's overcast now. I think the one that she likes is in the purple packaging. This is like a light pink color, but this is a good mascara. However, it's not my favorite Essence mascara. I think Essence, the Lash Princess, is much better in my opinion. I think this is really good. I think it really coats the lashes and gives them volume and gives them curl pretty quickly. However, this is really hard to take off at night. I use the Inky List Oat Cleansing Balm and I feel like that does a phenomenal job at removing all of my makeup, removing all of my eye makeup, but this always has some, like I always have reminiscence underneath my eyes after I shower when using this one, and I don't have that issue with other mascaras. So that's something that's a little bit tedious for me. I definitely want to try the purple component one because that's the one that Jessica Braun actually does like, but this is a good mascara. Just a disclaimer, I naturally have pretty lengthy lashes that definitely hold a curl. They definitely kind of curl themselves. I don't go in with a lash curler or anything, so most mascaras work for me. So just throwing that out there. So if you try this and you're like, Sabrina, that does nothing for me, just keep in mind most mascaras work for me. I just kind of test out how, like what I'm looking for in mascaras and what I'm testing out is how long does it take me to coat my lashes? Am I getting impact like, you know, right away? And how easy is it to remove at the end of the day? Because those three things are going to be most important to me. I want something that's going to coat my lashes rather quickly. I'm not going to have to sit there for like 5-10 minutes like coating my lashes, because mascara is my least favorite part of the makeup application process. So this one, it checked those boxes except for the last box, which is just how difficult it was to remove at night. All right, then I have a lip product, and this is the lip product that everybody's trying to dupe right now. That is the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum, and I have the shade Rose Glow. So I do like this product. I don't love it. I love the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips. Just go get those, you guys. Just go get those and thank me later. Those are far superior than these Makeup by Mario ones, in my opinion. I just much prefer those. I'm reaching for those more often than this one. And it could be the shade as well. This is very pinky, obviously. And the colors I have in the Tarte Juicy Lips are a little bit more everyday. They're a little bit more neutral. So that could be part of it. These do have a plump to them. So I wasn't aware of that. I don't know why. Whenever I first applied this, I was like, oh wow, there's like a stinging happening, but it's nothing extreme. I feel like it feels fine. And it does make the lips look really, really beautiful. I just prefer the ones from Tarte. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't love the lip plumping. It's pretty on. It has a beautiful formula. Most brands are trying to replicate this beautiful shine that these lip products from Makeup by Mario are giving you. It's a beautiful color. And I really want to try the new formula from Tarte. It's the Plumping Juicy Lips. I really, really want to try those. I haven't tried those yet. If you have, comment below. Do you like these from Makeup by Mario better, or do you like the Juicy Plumps, or the, what are they? The Plumping Juicy Lips from Tarte better? Let me know. I feel like I'm probably going to prefer the ones from Tarte. But I do want to pick up a more everyday shade of this formula because maybe I'll, you know, prefer that one more. But so far, I'm just still loving the one from Tarte more so. And yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on this one. And then the final product that I wanted to talk about, this is a product I am loving currently. I love, 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 love this product so much. And this is from Patrick Ta, and this is specifically the Major Glow Softening Lip Mask. So I have used quite a bit of this. This is a really, really nice lip mask. I actually like this even more than the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This has a really, really nice kind of, is it vanilla? Like vanilla minty scent to it. I really like kind of like the nude glow kind of color that this gives on your lips. It looks really, really glowy on the lips as well, really shiny, really balmy, and I do feel that this is really, really hydrating on my lips overnight. I'm really enjoying this. I have a good dip going on this product already, and I think it's worth it. What are my notes here? It's very hydrating. I love the scent. I love it just as much as the Laneige one. Like I said, I think I might even enjoy this more so than the Laneige one because I just like the experience a little bit more because I love the scent of this one. I love the glow that it gives to your lips. And yeah, I like this. I don't have any negative things to say about it. I love the packaging as well. I like the rose gold. It's very luxe looking. Again, kind of that nude glow color is really beautiful on as well. So yeah, really enjoy this one. But those are all of the products. That was a lot of products, I know, but those are all of the products I wanted to give you my quick speed reviews on. If you like this style video, please let me know in the comments down below. What are some new products that you have tried? Give me your thoughts. I want to hear your opinions on the Luminous Putty Blushes from e.l.f. as well as if you've tried the Tarte Plumping Juicy Lips. I would love to hear your opinion. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my YouTube channel family here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye!
Maybe one day it'll be easy.